Yo, so in today's video, I'll be starting a new series called Assassin Reviews. So you might wonder, MMR, what the hell are Assassin Reviews? Well, in Assassin Reviews, I'll be taking a look at a knife, and talk about their looks and stuff, and also talk about their value, demand, and how it will be in the future, and how it will affect the game in any way. I don't know. But today, in the first episode of this series, I'll be taking a look at the Rainbow Legend, which is a new knife that came out I think a couple weeks ago, and it got off the shop like 3 days ago, so I figured it was appropriate to me to make a video on this, starting this series, because it is a brand new knife that just went off sale, so it's not obtainable anymore. You can only get it through trading, so the value will change. So first of all, it looks very cool in my opinion. As you can see, it's all rainbow cartoony and stuff. It's actually from the catalog. They probably just teamed up with the developer who actually made this, the UGC creator, and they asked if they could use it for the game probably, and they paid him. No idea. But yeah, it's a pretty sick knife. It also matches the Rainbow God, of course, which is the comp prize for last season, 1,000 prize. Both very sick and unique knives. So yeah, that's the looks part. So now I'll be discussing its current value and demand as well. So if we head over to the value list right here, you can see the Rainbow Legend at tier 2 exotics, and it's currently worth 2 value with 2-star demand. So that's not the best, especially because it was worth like 500 Robux. That's not a good deal in my opinion. But yeah. So if we look at other things that were like obtainable like the same way as Rainbow Legend, we have Venom Shank here. I think Venom Shank was the same price too, so those knives are pretty much similar. So it basically is the same like Venom Shank. And Venom Shank has been out for like 2 months now. So yeah, but the current value is 2 exotics, which I guess it's of course sort of reasonable because it was buyable and was not hard to obtain at all. Unlike something like the Snowman Comb, for example, which was a very cool event. And it has a 2-star demand. I feel like the demand should be a little higher for it because it's pretty underrated if the demand is that low. But yeah, that's the current value. Alright, so now we're coming to the most important part of the video, the future value and demand. So we're going to talk about the future now. And Rainbow Legend, it's going to be 3 stars in demand in less than 2 months for sure. Because Venom Shank has been out for like 2 months, and its demand is 3 stars now. So, and the value is still the same. So in 2 months, Rainbow Legend will still be 2 value as well, I'm assuming, because those knives are literally the same. So we can tell based off the Venom Shank. Now, Rainbow Legend has better looks in my opinion, so the demand might be a little higher for it by some people, because it also goes with looks sometimes. I mean, like Venom Shank is a 3-star demand, of course, but some other stuff doesn't. Maybe because of looks, but it also can have other reasonings. But for example, by obtaining it, and I don't know exactly how long the Rainbow Legend was, but it was not out for an extremely long time. I mean, we still have, if we go to the shop still, we have still the Shadow Bundle, and there's not even a timer on it. So I'm very confused when that's ever ending, because there's literally no timer, and I'm kind of scared because I bought it, and I don't want a bundle worth tier 1. So Rainbow Legend, it was on sale for a reasonable amount of time. Of course, if we go to Mythics, over here we also have the Inferno, which is 11, and it was like 1.5k Robux, but it only has a 1-star demand. But Rainbow Legend won't end up like that, because it will have a higher demand for sure. It's mainly because I guess Mythics are just lower in demand than exotics. And there's actually there's a big hoard of Rainbow Legend. There's a user called Evan something, and he bought 54 Rainbow Legends. So there are a lot of Rainbow Legends in the game, so it will be different than other stuff like Venom Shank. It will probably, demand will be like the same as Venom Shank probably, but the value like 1 less. So I'm not thinking that Rainbow Legend will be that high in value soon, but because someone bought 54. And I think the current person that owns those 54 is Chippy Tunes, the second richest player in the game with over 40,000 value. Because I guess someone donated it to Unfolded, Client C. The person, Evan, donated everything to Client C, and I guess chippy trader for clients and stuff. I don't know. But yeah, there's a lot of Rainbow Legends in circulation, of course. Way more than Venom Shanks or others, because I don't think anyone spent so much Robux on Venom Shanks. I don't think that person does that with every bundle that comes out. You just bought one Rainbow Legend. And wait, if I buy it again, do I get another Dark Flames? I don't want to sell, but interested. But anyways, the quantity is very big of it, so there's a lot in circulation, as I said. So the value will not be that high. I guess it's gonna sit around 2 for another 8 months, maybe, and then it will maybe go to 3 to 4, maybe. Those are my expectations for this knife, because it's not that rare. I mean, I guess it has some decent looks too. But I think for the next 8 months, 8 to 10 months, it'll be around 2 values still. Maybe it'll go to 3 and 5 months, and then in 8 months it will go to 4. I think it's gonna stay around that value. I mean, there aren't really much other examples. There have not been much exotics that has been in the shop like that singular, because you always have bundles. If you go to the bundles up here, all these bundles. But I think Rainbow Legend and Venom Shank are the first exotics to appear in the shop like that. I mean, we also had the Inferno, which I talked about earlier, and I think Illumina was also that one, right? Was Illumina? I think Illumina was in the shop, yeah, for a couple of Robux. So yeah, and I mean, Illumina already has a 3-star demand, of course, because I guess that's the looks. Because I think if Illumina looked like Inferno, it would have been 1-star too. Or maybe it's because it's new right now. I have no idea. But Inferno was a big flop. If you look at the value, it's only 11 with a 1-star demand, so that's very bad. So I guess Illumina is kind of went decent, because it has 6 value right now, and it has 3 stars in demand. Rainbow Legends is gonna raise to 3 stars in like 2 to 3 months, and it's gonna raise in value in like 8 months. Those are my predictions. Okay, so now to end this video off, how will this knife affect the game? I don't think it's gonna have much effect on the game, because it's just like a regular old bundle. I mean, there are a lot of knives right now that are affecting the game, which I can discuss in future videos of this series. For example, Elegant Blade right now, it's getting disassembled a lot, so there's a lot of inflation with it, because there are a lot less copies actually. It's very hard to keep track of too. There's people that just disassemble 7 Elegants at one time for no reason at all, and it just really fucks up the value of Elegant and the rest of the economy, of course. So that's pretty crazy, but I don't think that's gonna happen to this knife, the Rainbow Legend, unless the Chippy Tunes goes crazy and disassembles all 54 that he owns. I don't think he would do that. And this knife's pretty regular at its own. I mean, it's not like a special knife. It's like gonna be worth like a lot. Like, I'd say tops in 2 years, like 5 value, or maybe 6. I don't know. So it's not gonna have that much effect to the economy at all. But it's still impressive to see someone have 54 of them, and if those get disassembled, that will probably change its value a little. That will affect the game a little, yeah. Its value will probably raise to like 1 if all those 54 get disassembled, but I don't think anyone would disassemble all 54 of these Rainbow Legends. But anyways, that was it. I hope you enjoyed this first episode of this new series. If you like this series, make sure to let me know in the comments, because I think it was pretty interesting, and someone actually gave me this idea on Discord, so shout out to them. So yeah, shout out to this dude, Shano Create. Credits the G Shano Create. Yes, thanks to him for this idea. Appreciate it a lot. It's a very cool idea, so shout out to him. Anyway, that was it for today's video. Hope you enjoyed. Like, subscribe, check description. I'll see you tomorrow.